This episode of Lawyers Tell All is brought to you by the Intake Academy. Are you ready to convert more callers to qualified cases, rapidly qualify good cases, and transform unqualified prospects to advocates for your firm, whether you're able to handle their case or not? Visit www.intakeacademy.com and discover how to cement relationships with more of your ideal clients. Get them to commit to you and send you more referrals than you ever thought possible. Welcome to the Lawyers Tell All podcast, where Chris Mullins, the preeminent sales and communications consultant in the legal industry, shows you how it looks through lawyers' eyes. Here, innovators in the trenches provide powerful insights that help you connect with new clients, handle the sometimes harsh realities of the legal profession, and embrace the mindsets needed to succeed. Be sure to visit our website at www.lawyerstellall.com. And while you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now, lean in, tune in, and let's take a deep dive.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris Mullins with Lawyers Tell All, and today I'm interviewing Edward Cohn, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning, Chris. Good to see you. My name is Edward Cohn. I'm an attorney at law here in Tucson, Arizona. I do criminal defense work, basically litigation, trial work, and I also help people with contest hearings with orders of protection and injunctions against harassment. So that's kind of a side thing. But yeah, that's who I am.
It's a side thing. You don't have too much to do already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been an attorney for?
It'll be 23 years in November, so 22 years, I guess.
Okay. And what size is your practice? Like how many attorneys you have, or yeah?
It's just me. I'm a solo practitioner. I don't employ any other attorneys. I handle all the cases myself. I do have a legal assistant who helps me with scheduling or with, miscellaneous things. But yeah, I'm solo.
Okay. Why did you decide to become an attorney?
Well, I thought it would be a good fit for my personality. I mean, when I was in high school, my stepbrother used to get into trouble all the time, and I was always talking him out of trouble and being his advocate. And it felt very natural to me. I just wanted to help the public. I've been representing the public only. I don't represent companies or anything like that. So it's just people, citizens. And I enjoy getting things done. I enjoy making a difference in their life. And I'm good at being an advocate. So I guess it was a good fit.
But you, so how many practice areas do you have, or is it just?
It's mainly criminal defense work. I have that subcategory with orders of protection, but that's those are like contested hearings. It's basically like mini trials. But so it keeps me in court and stuff like that. So I enjoy it. Yeah. So it's mainly criminal defense work, misdemeanors, felonies, whatever. Some part of it.
So let me ask you a question then. Why did you choose to do criminal defense? Like, how did that happen?
That's a good question. I kind of fell into it out of law school. I graduated law school in 2002. So, the economy was kind of strange. And, so I didn't really have any job offers to work for a firm at that time. So I went on my own. I figured I would start my own practice and try to learn the industry, learn the business. So I went down to, excuse me, the courthouse. I'm from Michigan originally. This was in Michigan. And I began, watching hearings, attending hearings to see what happens at an arraignment, what happens at a pretrial. And I got on the list to get court appointments. And so I kind of just fell into it, and then it seemed kind of natural. I enjoy doing it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good fit for me, but yeah, it was kind of accidental how I got into criminal defense.
Yeah. So what did something in particular happen through that process that made you say, yeah, I'm going to do criminal defense?
had a few mentors, lawyers who have been practicing for a while, way back then. That's a long time ago. And they recommended that, I start taking those cases and see how I do with them, see if I like it, see if it's a good fit.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just kind of fell into it. And then before I knew it, I was getting retained clients. And
Okay. 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 Yeah. And so do you still love it? Being an attorney and an attorney with, for criminal defense, both.
typically, yes, some days you're going to be frustrated with your job. I mean, no matter what you do, but yeah, I would say I still love it. I mean, I like being in private practice. I like the freedom that I have. I set my own schedule, make my own calendar, and I don't take clients if I don't want them. So like if a client called me and I was, seeing some red flags about taking that client for whatever reason, then I don't have to take them. I would just, move on to the next person. But yeah, I'd say I still love it. I mean, it's stressful at times, as you know, can be unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to do, and so they can be challenging to deal with. But yes, I mean, I would say overall, I still enjoy it.
Okay. So, but let's talk about conversion for a minute. So the prospective client, they're calling you and you're the one, right?
Yeah.
And you need to get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is very different. And it's very difficult. So have you figured that out? Do you have the secret sauce of closing criminal clients over the phone?
I seem to. I mean, I've done fine with it. Most people today with our modern internet and everything, with things being virtual, like we're virtual right now, people tend to like being able to retain an attorney via email or through a LawPay link. I have a LawPay account. I work with LawPay. Helps clients retain me via credit card or debit card, whatever. So yeah, I mean, sometimes the conversations are, a little challenging with regard to how much it's going to cost, depending on what they're charged with. But I usually kind of lay things out and make it as easy for them as possible. And if they have the confidence in me, if they feel like, yeah, which they generally do, then I don't generally have a problem signing them up, so to speak. And I do it. It's most of my clients are retained through email, just after a phone call. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm the prospective client. I have a phone call with you. You tell me what the the fee is, the investment is, and everything for my case, and then I don't make a decision right then and there. You send me an email with a link, and
Well, usually they say, I mean, generally they ask for the link because they want to retain me. So I know that once I send the email, they're going to retain me. Yes. Has it happened before where I send a link and then they don't do it? And then I follow up with them via telephone or email and they, they don't respond. Yes. I mean, that's going to happen. You're going to have people who flake out, occasionally. It's a very small number though. For me, it's probably
okay.
less than 5% of people flake out.
So that's interesting. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that it's less than 5% that just say they ghost you?
Because usually they're confident that I'm the guy for them, and they make that clear on the phone. They're like, okay, thank you for taking my case, and we talk about things, and they feel confident in me representing them. They've probably checked me out online. They see that I have, a lot of 5-star reviews, and they check out my website. And so a lot of times they're very interested before they talk to me on the phone. And so then when we're on the phone, usually they're very sure how they want to proceed. So typically, typically, if I email them a link, they're going to retain me. But I mean, it's happened a few times where maybe they didn't have the money. Maybe they were, talking to their wife or something about what it would cost, and they were, balking at that. Who knows? I mean, why a person ghosts you. But for me, it's very, very few, very limited.
So 23 years and being in criminal defense, what what are some of the things that you've learned over the years that that other law firms could hear from you and be like, yeah, okay, that's helpful. Like maybe I could do that too. Like what are some of the lessons or however
Right.
you yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta like dealing with people. So, client service is everything in this business. You have to be able to be compassionate for people,
Hmm.
let them know it's genuine. I mean, because for me, it's genuine. I mean, I don't fake it. It's just that's who I am. But you have to be compassionate. You have to be understanding. You have to be empathetic about their situation. You have to, show them that you really care and you're in their corner. Um, and when you instill confidence like that, that's real and legitimate, people respond to it. And they're grateful for it. So.
Mm-hmm.
You have to like dealing with people who have problems, right? Nobody calls
Yeah.
nobody calls a lawyer if they're, doing great. And, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time you call lawyers for trial lawyers because you have a problem. So,
Mhm. But like, so what about because I mean, one of the things that I do a lot just because I, I I believe in it and I'm passionate about it is I teach empathy to law firms, right? So separate from anything else, I teach empathy and in fact, Fordham Law School in New York just taught some law school students about empathy. And that yesterday I did an empathy training class for a law firm that was firm wide. So attorneys, case manager, everybody was there, owners. And, I'll always hear in my classes on empathy, at least from a handful of people that are willing to say so. Yeah, but you know what? I really don't feel empathetic. So I just fake it. And these are like attorneys telling me this, right?
yeah.
So what do you say to those? What would, yeah. So,
Well, wow. That's a good. So yeah, I mean, if they're saying that they're faking it, that's definitely could be a problem because people can sense that, Um, you know, uh, I I have a modest background the way I grew up. My dad wasn't, terribly successful, and we didn't have a lot of money, and so I became street smart and things of that nature. So for me, I feel like I kind of pretend that the client is like a family member or a best friend or some sort of close person to me. And how would I feel if my brother or my sister or someone, told me that they were charged with a crime and that
yeah.
usually they're all stressed out and sometimes they're freaking out on you on the phone. And so you have to be able to calm them down and say, hey, I totally understand what you're going through. I'm here to help you. God made lawyers for this reason, and so for me, it's genuine. I don't feel the need to fake it. I say if you are faking it, uh, some people are going to know it. Some may not. But
Yeah, right. But what about, so how do you handle like the clients that you're speaking to that are just, I'm just going to say like, nasty or they don't treat you well, they don't talk to you well, however you want to classify it. What are you doing about that? Are you like letting it go because you feel like, it's justified? Like how do you handle that?
okay, so yeah, that's definitely a challenging question. I would say now, I mean, if someone's behavior is really disrespectful up front, and I could tell I'm not going to want to work with them, then I won't work with them. And I'll say, listen, I'm not in, I don't want to be your lawyer, so good luck with your case. So I've had to do that certainly several times during my career where I knew I didn't want to work with them. Um, and so I can recall one instance where I had a client who, you know, was not that bad up front, but then became bad during the, during representation. And so I just with him, I said, hey, listen, if you don't want me to be your lawyer anymore, I'll file a motion to withdraw. You can hire somebody else if you're not happy with it, and we'll move on. So I try to avoid that scenario that you described. Like, I want to be able to have a good rapport with my client, and generally I do. If there's red flags up front, I don't take them on. If red flags pop up later on, which they can, then I offer to withdraw if that's what they want to happen. But I've turned some people around too, where they were just, emotional. They were just stressful about a situation. And so I just, use my empathy and say, hey, listen, I know this is very difficult. I'm trying to help you here, So sometimes you can turn those people around if they're really angry or really disrespectful. You may not want to work with them, and I don't typically.
Yeah, I think this. So it's your firm and it's you, so you're not having to monitor or train or hold other team members accountable for everything that we're talking about. But
Right.
I think that there's people that they're going to be upset and they're going to have meltdowns and they're going to do it to us while they're communicating to us. And for other team members and attorneys, I think there's a difference between that and then the abusive one.
Right.
It's very different. But the thing is, though, what I've noticed as a teacher over the years, not all team members at law firms, whether it's intake or attorney or case manager, care about the difference. Not all of them are equipped to even handle the expected stuff that's going to happen. Does that make sense how I'm saying that?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right. I mean, I think it's helpful to expect the unexpected as far as how a client's going to behave. But yeah, you have to care and do your best with, handling that particular situation. Why are they upset? Ask them questions. What is going on? Are they just stressed out? Maybe, sometimes clients need a lot of hand holding. Some don't, it's all different. And you got to be pliable and,
Right. What are your red flags? Because you've said it two or three times. What are the red flags off the top of your head that pop up with a prospective client? You're like, yeah, no, we're not going to work together. We're not.
Well, if somebody, I mean, I can tell over the years, if I'm talking to somebody on the phone who seems to have some sort of significant mental illness, like there's something going on there where they're unstable and they're talking like they're unstable, and I'm not going to take that case. I'm not gonna. I don't want to get involved with someone I know is going to be a complete headache the whole time. So, and then some of the things that you described, like if someone has a real bad temper up front, like we're talking on the phone the first time and they're kind of going off and, that may be a red flag that I don't want to work with this person. It's few and far between, but it's going to happen. Definitely it's going to happen. You're going to have some people you don't want to take.
Yeah.
And, I don't, I don't want to deal with craziness. I'm not a crazy person, a very logical person.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. So do you have any last words or thoughts that you want to tell people, law firms, share with them?
Law firm. Well,
During the podcast. Yeah.
What's that?
Anything else you want to share today?
I think that's so much today. I mean, I think to be a good lawyer, you have to like being a lawyer and you have to like dealing with people who have problems and you have to enjoy being compassionate. Compassion should, be right center in your practice every day. And if it's genuine, if you're compassionate and you're empathetic, which I find it not difficult to be at all, people are going to appreciate it. And they're going to love you for it. And they're going to thank you at the end of the representation and say, here's 5 stars. Thank you for helping me out.
Perfect. I appreciate your time today very much.
I appreciate you, Chris. Thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah. So upward and onward. And thank you so much. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
All right. So long. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to Lawyers Tell All, where Chris Mullins takes you on a journey with lawyers in the trenches who show you the realities of what it takes to succeed in this chaotic, crowded, ever-changing profession. remember to visit our website at www.lawyerstellall.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on Lawyers Tell All.